That's the first step to living heads up, is accepting who you are as a being. If you're different than others, there's a reason why you're different.
Everything I try to do with a positive attitude, because there's no reason to be down on anything.
If something looks like it's going to be interesting or fun or a challenge that you can attempt, why not? Go for it.
Cerebral palsy is an injury to the brain that causes nerve damage, or more so the communication, muscle coordination, your motor functions, cognitive skills. The first surgery was on both legs, by the groin area and on the hamstrings. And so when I was 3 years old, I was put in a half body cast. And my mom, she used to have to, carry me and haul me around, and I admire her strength for it. And so I want to learn something that's going to teach me to learn more about my own body and myself, and so if they have something to really show other people that have cerebral palsy that it's possible, that we do have countless possibilities. And so there was a school here in Escondido called Healing Hands School of Holistic Health, and I was able to get in there and do a 1,000-hour training program. I became licensed as a massage therapist, and I was able to open up my own practice, my own business here called Love Holistic in downtown Escondido, and I've been here for about 5 years now. This place isn't a business to me. It's very sacred. This is just a place where the universe sends me people that I'm supposed to help. At the end of the day, I'm just a conduit. I'm just an instrument. This lady that I help out, she became paralyzed from the neck down. In the 9 months that I worked with her, she's been able to make drastic improvements. She's almost able to walk and dance. That's my goal, is to get her to start dancing. And each week is just 1%, but that's just enough. And I try to really encourage her as I'm doing those therapies. And so when she does that, and I see that she puts effort into it and she does improve, it motivates me to also take care of myself and do my therapies. I can't just think, oh, I'm good because I'm in a better position than she is. She adapts. She finds ways to not let her stop from living. And I really, really admire that about her. One way she really contributes with the progress that she's been making is to be able to help out with her family business. They pretty much rent out tablecloths for parties and events. And so she contributes by taking the stains out by hand, and then her husband will wash them in the washing machine. After they're done washing and drying, she'll take the big old tablecloth pieces, she'll iron them, and then she'll fold them up and then package them and have them ready. And if there's a tear, she'll sew it. It's very inspiring to see her sew, because she has to use fine motor skill functions to be able to get the thread through the needle, and to be able to, I noticed also like her using the foot pedal. She couldn't really use her foot, so being able to do that has allowed her to make that possible. Not only does it make it possible, but now it gives her something as like a form of exercise. So not only is she contributing to the family, but she's contributing to herself. And when she's ironing, it was a very challenging thing for her to do in the beginning, because she didn't have any strength in her hands. And she insisted that she wanted to try. And her husband was like, no, you're gonna burn yourself. But like my family that allowed me to challenge myself, he allowed her to challenge herself and was supportive about it. And even though she burned herself, you look at her arm, she's got burn marks. It's very sad to see, like, man, you went through that. But they're reminders that she's here and that she's strong. Those scars are just reminders of, like, I made it through. I really appreciate my dad teaching me how to work early on. And so I remember being 11, 12, and I'd go to work with him sometimes on Sundays, and I would sweep the store and help the produce guy. And then when I was 15, my dad opened up his own family business in Wapato, Washington, and it was called La Villa Market.
Teníamos una pequeña tienda. Él era muy adolescente y yo me gustaba para que siguiera mi negocio, que él fuera comerciante. Y le enseñé todo el ramo de lo que era el negocio, lo que era la carnicería, lo que era grocery, lo que era atender a la gente, cómo compartir con la gente. Lo enseñé bien. Y yo quería que siguiera ese negocio, y cuando le dije que si quería seguir el negocio para que dependiera de él, me dice, soy muy joven, dice, para estar encerrado en una tienda. Dijo, yo quiero vivir, quiero estudiar. Entonces entendí que él tenía toda la capacidad de desafiar al mundo, de enfrentarse a sí mismo.
So after high school, I moved out to Seattle, Washington, and I was going to community college out there at Bellevue College. My friends were going to the Art Institute of Seattle for filmmaking. They helped me out in getting a job as a as a busboy, it really helped me to be like a therapy for me in terms of balance. You know, with cerebral palsy, I always struggled with balance and muscle coordination. And so when you're carrying water, you know, you got to squat down and be very majestic, you know, being courteous, and so I can't just be like, you know, stumbling. And you know, I worked in construction for 6 years, and I worked with my brother-in-law and my sister. You know, she had vouched for me. Even though he's my brother-in-law, he knows what I'm about, but he's like, man, this is really hard work. And it was installing hardwood floors, and that is very, very difficult work. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to hang that long, but next thing I know, like, I was in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and there was guys that had come through that wouldn't last more than a day. You know, they're like, screw this, I can't take this.
When we first started talking, I really was motivated and inspired by how free his life was. And that's always something I wanted, like, you know, to be able to like make my own schedule and like help people and then work on artistic stuff. Nothing ever stops him. With having the impairment in his leg, like being able to hike and like not stopping anything like mentally, he's helped me overcome a lot of analysis paralysis in my head. He's very selfless, and that's like, to say the least, for sure.
When I see somebody else with their head down, you know, it's like coming through and patting them on the back, like, no, like, you're good, like, we can get through this. And I do that through my massage therapy, I do that through my music. Music is a very, very big part of my life. And when I go perform, I don't care if there's 2 people, I don't care if there's 1 person, I don't care if there's thousands of people. I'm gonna give that same amount of energy, because when I connect with that person and they're normally just like kind of just, you know, doing their own thing, and they hear that, they hear the sound of the beat come in, and they hear me rapping, that just sets this energy, and they lift their heads up, and I could feel my heart connect to their heart. When I do massage therapy, I'm able to help out an individual. When I do my music, I can help out multiple individuals at one time.
Excuse me, miss, can you dismiss this list with the flick of the wrist? Riddle me this when the question is on what they testament. As she writing out a testament of bringing out the best in him, assessing him and lets him in that window of opportunity. I'm bringing immunity to my community, but mutiny is really nothing new to me. If you believe the view to me is really quite spectacular, please don't be a Dracula to suck up all the energy.
Yo le he dicho a él, yo no le he enseñado nada a él, yo he aprendido de él, de cómo desafiar al mundo, de cómo desafiar la vida, de, o sea, cómo enfrentarse. Y era algo que yo era una propuesta mía, de que yo quería que él tuviera la capacidad o el valor de enfrentarse a la vida.
Being born with cerebral palsy, you know, I cursed God for many years, feeling like, why me, why me, why me? Now doing everything that I do, I can't let it get to me and just affect me, because if I just complained every single day, my whole life would be a complaint. Knowing that I have this for the rest of my life, I would just be complaining for the rest of my life. So, you know, live with your head up, don't let it stop you, and just continue to get through, and know that if you're different than others, that there's a reason why you're different. You were made unique so that you can utilize those unique talents and those differences for specific reasons. If you've been through hardships in life, accept them so that you can use those hardships to help others that might be going through the same hardships or will go through the same hardships. That's the first step to living heads up, is accepting who you are as a being. That my family really allowed me to challenge things, because at the end of the day, I realized that what always held me back was fear. When I wouldn't try things, it wasn't because I had cerebral palsy, it was because I was scared. And so fear can affect us all in different ways. And so this was, you know, over time, I've challenged myself little by little, you know, to show myself that I'm capable. From being a bus boy, you know, taking the bus to be a bus boy, and I had to take 2 buses in the rain in Seattle to get there. And, you know, being on the ground really humbled me as doing construction work, really grounded me to get up, you know, and doing massage therapy really brought that self-healing process, and how I said, first we gotta love ourselves and treat ourselves first. That's very, very important to understand, that when we're living heads up, you know, we wanna help others in the world, how can we help ourselves first? And then from there, artistic creative flow, I recommend it, because it'll be a beautiful thing after that. I was born with CP, and that is countless possibilities.